Still not happy with my hair, but this is how it air dries. Oh yeah, we already hit play. I've been messing with my hair.
What's up, guys?
Good morning.
You may notice I look a little lazily different today. I decided to not shave the old mug.
Good morning, Mima.
Hey, Mima. You know, this time it's not asking me to tag you.
Oh, huh?
Anyway, so, can you eat... What did you do?
Nothing. I just tagged you, that's all.
Oh. So, can you eat junk food, still lose weight, still get in great shape, still feel awesome?
Feel great and comfortable in your clothes.
You've had a recent couple of questions at work with coworkers that they noticed you doing an odd habit before you were going for your workout.
Yeah, so everybody knows I exercise and I, bring as healthy lunch as possible. I'm not perfect at it, but pretty much most of the time, I've got my own lunch that I made from home and I bring it with me. And a lot of people drink pre-workouts. You know, they have some kind of, what is it? Is it protein or?
Some people do protein, some people do pre-workout.
I don't ever do a pre-workout. I know some people take something that gives them like a bunch of energy. I've never done that. I don't know, maybe because my supplementation's pretty good, but I pretty much have good, decent energy for my workout unless work's been draining. But anyway, so I started having a little pre-workout, and I had been having this pre-workout for a little bit, and then I started sharing what my pre-workout was. I just take a picture of it, post it, Instagram, Facebook, and I just called it pre-workout. And some people thought it was a joke. I had friends and cousins ask, are those vitamins? I guess I should just say what it was.
Yeah, just
it's gummy bears. Gummy bears. So I'm getting asked, are those your vitamins in gummy forms? Are those special gummies?
Special magic beans?
Special, yeah, like...
So you're eating gummy bears.
Gummy bears, and it said pre-workout.
Like,
that's what the picture said. It's picture of gummy bears, a bunch of them, 17 exactly, and it says pre-workout. So that's my pre-workout.
So you're doing this like once a week?
I'm doing it every day.
So
I've been exercising a little bit every day.
Hold the phone. Wait a second. You're eating candy every single day.
Yes. And if you don't believe me, you can go to my page right now, Brianna Gutierrez, BriannaG.com, and you can see pictures of my pre-workout gummy bears. So I said, no, these are regular gummy bears. They're not vitamins. They're not supplements. They're not some kind of health gummy that tastes gross. It's the Haribo,
oh yeah, old
whatever,
school
the good
bears.
stuff, the real stuff.
Yeah, it's pure
gummy
sugar.
Bears.
Pure sugar. What's the matter with you? You're giving people the wrong idea here.
I know. I think it confused everybody. And my cousin Tony, what's up, buddy? He was like, and here it was. I was going to throw away all the candy. And I said, well, hold on.
So here's the trick.
Well, hold on.
First, you got to obey the rules before you can bend and break the rules. Okay? So here's what she's been doing.
I'm doing it because my coach said I could.
Okay? I said she could do this. All right? Here is what's happening. So, for all of the no-carb people, this is going to be like poison to your ears.
Everybody
else, if you want to be able to eat gummy bears, here's how you do it. Okay?
What's the secret?
What's the secret?
How can this be?
It's pure science, actually. So, to lift weights, okay? To lift weights, you tap into this energy system, basically, that requires glucose. It requires glucose. It requires carbohydrates, okay? So whenever we eat carbs, whenever we eat sugar, things like that, it turns into glucose, goes into our body, blah, 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 okay? Without glucose, it's going to be hard to lift some pretty heavy weights, okay? So we've got 3 energy systems. Morning, Alma. We've got 3 energy systems. We got aerobic, glycolytic, which is that glucose pathway, and then we have alactic, which is like power. So if we're going to be doing like weightlifting, you start to feel like that muscle burn, that kind of thing, your body requires glucose at that time. That's what it's burning at that time. So whenever you consume some kind of high glucose at that moment, so you hear people talk about like don't eat high fructose, don't eat high glycemic foods. Eat low glycemic foods, and that is very true for the most part. High glycemic foods, things like gummy bears, okay, because they're very high, and so what happens is they digest very fast. They rush into your bloodstream, okay, and they give you a spike of like energy for a minute.
Because you told me right before you start
right before
training,
you work out,
right before you do it.
So that is basically carbs in a pure glucose form, because it's going to digest very, very fast, and you're going to use it very, very fast.
So do you have to lift like monstrous weights?
No, you have to lift weights. So obviously, like kettlebells.
I'm doing kettlebells.
Kettlebells is the best.
There's not this giant barbell.
Kettlebell's the best way.
Weight.
Obviously, there's not one tool, but kettlebells they incorporate multiple. What are you doing to my camera?
Nothing. I was trying to say hi to...
They incorporate multiple things, strength, endurance, that kind of thing. So, doing things like kettlebell complexes, snatches, clean and jerks, just had a new program come out. You should check that out. Anyway, require carbohydrates, require glucose. So basically, whenever we consume the gummy bears or any kind of high glucose form of carbs or sugar, it digests really fast, but then we use it right away. Now, if you can't control yourself,
and you're going to want to eat more,
and you're going to eat more than what you're supposed to, you're not allowed to do this.
Or if you're going to eat it during the day, you're not going to work out till way later.
Oh, I'm going to work out at 5. Let me start eating at 3. No, you can't do that, because then it spikes your blood sugar, and then it's not good. You're not using it, and then you create this whole like insulin resistance thing, and that's not good. Okay, so high glycemic stuff, right? Stuff that turns into glucose really fast. Fruity Pebbles is one of my favorite also. You can do Fruity Pebbles because it's pure sugar.
I know, because when I saw the box in the house, I was like, how on earth did this box end up in our house?
Pure sugar, pure carbs. There's no fat. There's no nothing in it. All it is pure sugar, pure glucose.
I don't know how much the dentist is going to agree with us, but
I just
it's just a little bit.
Well, I just had a checkup, and I've had perfect teeth for the last 6 years. So
that is true.
I think I'm doing something right. So anyway, you can do this before a workout. Now, again, if you don't have good eating habits and you don't know how to control this, you want to be careful. So, how many gummy bears do you eat? Everybody's a little different. Everybody's body is different. So, for me, depending on what week I'm in a particular program, I can have 60 grams.
Oh, 60 gummy bears.
No, I can have 60 grams of carbs in a glucose form, which translates to 34 gummy bears.
What?
So,
okay,
because I'm bigger. I'm a bigger guy. I'm bigger. I weigh more, so it's all based off.
More.
It's all based off your body weight. So I weigh more. So compared to her, she can have like 17 or 20.
I have 17.
Some weeks you may be able to have 20. But that's the only time I do it, is at that time.
Yes.
Okay?
If I'm not exercising, I'm not eating gummy bears, which is what I told my cousin Tony. I said, you got to eat it right before. I go, and you can't be eating your candy during the day. And he was like, oh, man.
Here's the thing. It has to be
I know you ain't exercising, Tony.
It can't have any fat either. Okay? It can't have any fat. So I've had people ask questions, or even just I see them that they eat like an apple and peanut butter.
Ooh, that's good. I like
Apple and peanut butter is actually a really good snack, but it's not a good snack before your workout.
Because all the fat from the peanut butter?
Yes, here's why. Fat slows down the digestion of glucose. Oh. So we want that glucose rush. We want all that to rush into our blood.
And harness it and use it?
And use it. But whenever you take that and you mix it with the fat, it slows down the digestion, so it's not getting into your system right away.
Okay, so pure sugar.
Plus, the combination of fat and sugar is the fastest way to actually gain body fat.
That's the deadly combo.
The combination of fat and sugar, glucose, together is the fastest way to gain body fat.
So people are trying to cut out other stuff, but they should be focused on the combo of fat
no
and sugar.
fats before a workout because it slows down the digestion of glucose and carbs, that kind of thing. And we want that literally we want that sugar rush, okay? Anything with fat. So like no chocolate. Chocolate's got milk. Milk has fat. That slows down the digestion of the glucose of that stuff.
Could you eat it right after a workout? A little piece?
No, because it slows the digestion. You want fast digesting carbs after. So you either do those gummy bears before, after, or during your workout. And it doesn't even have to be. I mean, gummy bears is obviously that can give you that little sweet taste if you're like a sugar person.
Yeah.
You could drink like a 32. For me, I can drink like a 32-ounce Gatorade because it's got high sugar, and it's actually in line with the amount of sugars and carbs that I'm allowed during that time. Okay. So carbs are not bad when you eat them. What type of carbs you eat when you eat them? You want to eat like almost half of your carbs for the day around your workout time because that's when you're the most active and that's when you're going to require the most energy. Versus during the day, you're probably sitting down at work or you're whatever, so you don't really need a ton of carbs. Just you're going to have a fraction of your carbs at that time. Okay, so high fructose stuff, not high fructose. High glycemic stuff, okay? Gummy bears, we've been doing gummy bears because it's a sweet little treat.
And it's easy to carry. I can fit in my little case that does have my supplements in it, and I eat it on my way to the gym.
If you're not going to be training hard, what is training hard? If you're not pushing yourself, if you're just going to go out for a walk, you're not allowed any gummy bears.
Some people think
it needs to be fairly strenuous exercise, like lifting kettlebells, deadlifting.
What about running 3 miles?
If it needs to be a pretty hard 3 miles.
Okay, so not a low jog.
Like not a light little
Which
jog.
is what I would do.
Like no, again, you need to tap into that glucose energy system, and the only way to get into that is by creating that muscle burn in your body, like doing kettlebell complexes, doing high volume snatches and swings and things like that. That when your muscles start burning like that, you know you're in that system, you're in that pathway, and that is the pathway you need to be in to be able to have high glucose.
So question, if you're not a super sciencey person like me, would it just be as a rule, super general rule of thumb, safe to say, I can have these gummy bears right before the days when I exercise that involve some kind of weights?
Yes.
So no treadmill,
no
Zumba,
no yoga,
no running, no yoga. No, what about boxing? That's a lot of cardio.
Boxing's more cardio based. I wouldn't do it with boxing.
Okay, so weight days.
Just weightlifting.
Any kind of weight.
Yeah.
That's when it can have.
If you're not lifting weights,
the gummy bears.
No gummy bears for you.
Okay.
Okay. So, what about the rest of the days? So, you hear people talk about this whole you got to eat good 80% of the time. We've got 3 minutes, 80% of the time, and that's true. So, here's how you can also enjoy yummy foods that you like. You can enjoy you can have your cake and eat it too.
Yes.
All right.
That's what we're about.
So, if you take 30 days, so and that's a pretty good rule of thumb just to follow. 80% of the time, eat good. Okay, proteins, veggies, carbs on days that you're working out. Days that you're not working out, you don't need a whole lot of carbs.
So save the junk food days for the office parties. Not every day. Someone
said, in moderation. So,
yes.
So here's the thing on
Alan says in moderation.
I like to think of things.
Moderation is kind of a slippery slope.
I look at moderation is subjective, and in my way, I don't really like moderation.
Well, it's because you're all in or
but
nothing.
I'm an extremist, and here's how I look.
His moderation is eat the whole bag, eat the whole cake, eat the whole thing of ice cream.
Yeah.
So he can't do that.
I look at things from an extreme situation. So everything in moderation. Well, I'm not going to even get into that.
Yeah, we're going to wrap it up here.
Okay, so take 30 days out of the month. 30 days out of the month, 80% of that is 6 days.
6 whole days?
6 days.
Okay.
So this doesn't mean you're going to eat whatever you want for 6 whole days.
Okay.
So 6 days, 6 times. You can have six. You can have 6.
So 6
meals in a month without it affecting your weight
loss
gain,
progress,
your weight, your progress, that kind of thing. Okay, Now, if you've got a very particular goal, like maybe you're trying to do a bikini show, then you got to cut all that junk food out. None,
Oh,
zero.
yeah. That's a different story.
But if you're like, man,
That's a different goal.
I like lifting weights, but I also want to have like a life, and I want to be able to
Taco
enjoy
Tuesday.
birthday parties, that kind of thing. You're allowed 6 times a month to enjoy whatever yummy foods that you want.
Whatever. Wings.
A meal, right? So what's a cheat meal? What is that? Like for me, that's Whataburger and an ice cream. Mm-hmm. That's me. Wings, whatever. So 6 times a month, you're allowed
whatever.
Junk food, whatever.
Chick-fil-A.
And it won't interfere with your progress, okay? Until it does. Then eventually you just don't see anymore, whatever. And you can sneak in gummy bears. Yes, I know. Sneak in I got 1 minute. Sneak in gummy bears before your workouts, only if you're lifting heavy ass weights.
Weights. That's the key.
So, thanks for watching. If you left a comment,
helps.
we will respond back to you here in just a little bit. We got our 10 a.m. coming in. So thank you everybody for watching, and have a great day.
Gummy bear day.
Bye guys.